Every expert in the world is saying, make sure you pay attention to AI agents.
And we expect someday for there to be thousands of agents available. We want 1,000 agents to bloom.
For the very first time, this is going to be an industry of skills. And you capture that phrase and you call it agents. But it's going to be, for the very first time, agents sitting on top of tools.
So I think we're going to live in a world where there are going to be hundreds of millions and billions of different AI agents.
Yeah, if I had to pick one thing to keep an eye on, I would say is AI agents.
And it's for a good reason. This technology is going to completely revolutionize the world and separate the winners from the losers in a way that we haven't seen since the days of John D. Rockefeller. And if you thought the wealth gap was bad now, the upcoming years could prove to be apocalyptic. This isn't just me saying this. There are tons of experts who are saying the same thing, and I really think we need to listen.
Big increases in income inequality, like you said, over the past decade plus here. Is this going to make that even worse?
And poverty and inequality was created out of new technological breakthroughs. And
people who learn about AI agents and utilize them to the fullest will have unlimited power and resources, while the people who don't have it figured out will be left in the dust. This is scary knowledge for a lot of us, and even as a technology optimist, knowing how behind a lot of us are when it comes to technology makes me motivated to teach others to really learn this stuff before it's too late. If the wealth gap widens significantly and we have to eventually depend on government UBI, universal basic income, it could lead to increased destabilization, riots, homelessness, and eventually chaos. On the other hand, AI agents will also take away monotonous tasks, give life new meaning, and help us build new paths forward that we've never thought of. For example, curing cancer and other diseases. But it's obvious to me that most people aren't going to have the resources and skills to fully utilize AI agents or learn about them. And with the speed of AI development rapidly increasing, I think it's just a matter of time before the economy starts shifting even more to the rich and powerful. To prepare us for the possible upcoming apocalypse, I've been pouring hundreds of hours into researching AI agents, how they work, and how people can actually use them to make money. Because let's face it, we all need to stack cash in the next few years before things possibly get really bleak, and I'd rather be on the side of understanding and utilizing this technology instead of the alternative. Keep in mind, guys, I'm not some super successful entrepreneur. I'm a girl with less than 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel and a few minor hits on my other YouTube channel, which you can check out. Link in the comments. I'm just your everyday girl who spends most of her day doing yoga, hosting TV shows, and making cute TikToks. So if I can learn how to do this, so can you. In this next series of videos, I decided to test out 3 business ideas to see if I can make any money and use AI to completely create a business. Watch until the very end to find out if I end up making any profit from my ideas. Spoiler alert, what I've accomplished in just a few weeks has been absolutely mind-blowing. You see this scene right here of me using the computer and this other video of me in this room? Which one is real and which one is AI? Well, guess what? I made both of these completely with AI. Yes, I could have filmed them, but I only have one room in my house to film stuff. I actually did it all with Influencer Studio. All you have to do is train a character model of yourself and then generate as many pictures as you want. Then AI is able to take those photos and create ultra-realistic videos using all of the state-of-the-art video models. This is amazing for me as a documentary journalist on YouTube with a very limited budget. I don't have the time or money to go out and film in a bunch of locations, so AI really helps me out. Influencer Studio is perfect for YouTubers like me who need B-roll of themselves, but don't want to spend all that time filming in different locations. But it's also useful for people who need product shots for their online stores or models for their clothes. You can even use Influencer Studio to make AI influencers, which is something I'm going to test out in a future video. Anyways, try it out for yourself and let me know how it goes.
AI agents.
AI agents.
AI agents.
AI agents.
So what exactly is an AI agent? To put it in simple terms, an AI agent is just your digital employee who can do anything a human can do. It can log into your email to send out emails. It can answer support tickets. It can code entire apps. It can even write entire movie scripts. While ChatGPT can do one thing at a time, AI agents can go out of their way to execute multi-step operations. There's a few services that focus on integrating multiple things into one package. For example, there might be an AI agent that can code up your entire app by combining databases, coding functionality, and a browser. And there might be other agents that can simply do the work of a VA, like OpenAI's Operator, which can log into web pages as you perform tasks there. For example, you could log into a service like Upwork and begin vetting different freelancers. And as AI gets smarter, these agents will be able to do more with less errors. One of the most powerful AIs, Manus, has just been released, but has had a lot of issues as it deals with overload. OpenAI also has their own AI called Operator, which currently seems strictly worse than Manus as it still needs constant human interactions to work. To start off my journey to making money with AI, I used ChatGPT to give me some ideas on how to leverage AI to generate income. And it spit out several different ideas that seemed pretty promising. I decided to test out 3 different ideas that resonated with me, but we'll focus on the first one for this video. I've always wanted to learn to code and create an app, but I never learned how to code. I was highly curious about how easy it would be to do so as someone who's not technical at all. I mean, I haven't written a line of code since the MySpace days. Using Manus, I asked it to generate a plan to create a profitable desktop-based app. I discovered Cursor and Windsurf are the 2 AI coding tools that allow you to use AI agents to code up your app. Seeing as how Cursor made coding a lot easier, it sparked an idea. What if I made an app that made writing YouTube scripts a lot easier since I'm a journalist? What if I made Cursor for writing? Manus also gave me research and data showing me that my idea had merit, and there were a few people interested in this idea as well. After downloading Cursor, I asked AI to figure out the best tech stack for my app, eventually settling on using the frameworks Electron, Vite, and Vue, which is a framework to use for building desktop apps. It suggested for me to load a boilerplate, which I used and then simply gave the agent tasks to get my app running. And after several hours of tinkering, this is what I was able to come up with. Again, with zero coding knowledge. I mean, this absolutely blew my mind. But a few hours in, I still ran into a lot of issues. Namely, I didn't understand how to set up databases, servers, or etc. And I ran into a lot of errors while coding that I got stuck on. After a little more research with AI, I found another service that made it even easier, Replit. And Replit was even more mind-blowing than Cursor and Windsurf. I think Cursor and Windsurf have their place, especially for people who already know how to code and want to do something custom but with AI's help. Replit was an entire coding AI agent that does everything for you, meaning it can code up your idea, design your UI, set up all your databases, and even deploy your app. Now with this, I was able to really refine the user interface on my app. And mind you, I have never written a line of code in my whole life, and I'm not a designer, and this app already looked pretty sweet after 30 minutes. But even at this stage, while this looked pretty good, I still wasn't confident in what I was doing. Namely, it felt like at any point an error could easily take my app down, and I was facing a ton of random errors. My first big obstacle was figuring out how to get the code from Replit onto my local computer. The first error was that it needed to execute a file in order to generate a DMG for my MacBook. It couldn't do it through Replit because it was a Linux-based system. This is where I learned about GitHub and how it's essentially like a tool that syncs your code between your computer and Replit. By this time, I was getting pretty burnt out trying to figure out all these different terms, finding out errors that were still happening, and how to get Replit to work. Sometimes stuff would break and I wouldn't really know why it was happening. I would need to spend a lot more time to polish it and get it to a point where it's better than any alternative experience. For example, I wanted my app to be able to take my previous scripts, copy my tone, and use it to write in my voice. And I couldn't figure out how to get Replit to accomplish this for me. This was an insane start, but I quickly realized that I probably needed to spend more weeks if not months more, and hire someone who knew how to code to overlook the project. Overall, I do think that in 2025, agents can help you code an app. It's probably best suited for someone who is at least a little bit technical. It's still extremely hard for someone like me with zero coding experience to go from using an agent to being able to sell this app. While this is the end of the project for this particular video, I'm gonna still try and pursue this idea in the background while I try some other ideas that are a little less technical. As a little bonus, Manus even explained how to market and sell the app, and the best ideas were to run a lifetime deal on AppSumo, which seemed like the easiest way to turn this quick project into some cash. In conclusion, after spending roughly 100 hours on this, I still haven't made any money yet, unfortunately. But with that in mind, I also asked Manus to generate me new business ideas and then plan out those ideas with in-depth research on how to go to market, how to generate revenue, and how to get them done with mostly AI. So stay tuned, guys. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be sharing my results as I try to start making money with AI.